Hello guys, and welcome to another YouTube video, and today I'll be showing you something cool, a project that I saw over the internet, and it's a programming language called Nuru Swahili programming language. So Nuru is a Kiswahili term meaning light. So Nuru is light, and this is a programming language that has Kiswahili's grammar. So you can write your code or you can express your code in the Kiswahili language. So traditionally we are used to English like languages, like the high level languages like C, C++, Java, JavaScript, so on and so forth. But this project is different because it uses Kiswahili, which is good for Africans. Mostly if you are you don't know English and you want to code, this language can come in handy because it uses Swahili. So without much further delay, let's go straight into it. So you can visit the docs over here, nuruprogramming.org, then click on get started. Then over here on the sidebar or the side panel, just pick your operating system. So I will pick Windows. I'm on Windows. Then just click over here to download the compiler. So I had installed mine early, but if you don't have it, just click here, it will download it for you. So after downloading, you will see a zipped file. So it comes as a zipped file. Just extract it and you'll see these four files over here, but the one that we're interested in is this one, Nuru. So this application, just double click it. So this is the compiler, so double click it to open. So you'll see lugha ya Nuru over here. So you'll be greeted with this nice terminal over here. So this is where we'll be writing our basic Nuru code. I'll be showing you. It's easy, trust me, it's very easy. And let's get straight into it. So let us write our classic hello world program. So you can go ahead and just type andika, then followed by these braces. So andika is write. So in Kiswahili, andika means write in English. So andika is the equivalent of print, printf, console.log, system.out.println, so on and so forth. So andika writes on the standard output. So if you want to print something on the console or terminal, you can use the andika. So you can say hello Africa, so and press enter. With that, you have written your first program in Nuru. So you have printed a hello world program in Nuru programming language. As you can see, it's very easy. It is an interpreted language, and it's dynamic, meaning that you don't have to state or explicitly state the type of a variable when declaring it. So speaking of variables, let us see how to declare variables. So it's easy. You can use fanya, meaning let. So in other languages, if I'm not wrong, fanya is like let, var, or any keyword that is used to declare a variable. So fanya, it's a keyword in Nuru, then the name of the variable. So I can say name is equals to, then double quotation mark. So double quotation marks means that you are assigning a string. So you can use double quotation mark or single quotation mark, whatever you choose, all the way it's the same. So I will use double quotation mark and say and type my name Cowboy, like that. So with that, you have just declared a variable. As I've told you, you don't have to explicitly state the type of the variable when declaring it. So it will know the type when interpreting it or compiling it. So just press enter. So if you don't see any error, meaning that it has declared the variable successfully. So if you want to see the variable or to print the variable in the console, you use the andika function. So as you can see here, then the name of the function, name. So you can see it has returned the value that I've assigned it. So you can assign even numbers. So fanya, let's say num1 is equals to, let's say 12, enter. Then if you want to print it, you can use andika then num1. So as you can see, it's very easy. So we can see another, you can store even boolean. So fanya is game over is equals to kweli. Kweli is true in other languages. So kweli is true, and you can press enter. So you have declared a boolean, so meaning that the boolean is game over is true, or in Kiswahili kweli. So if the opposite of kweli is si kweli, so you can just, let's say I can declare another variable, fanya is game on. So you can say si kweli, like that. So press enter, like that. So these are the two possible values that you can use using a boolean. So if you've programmed before, you know that booleans store only two values, true or false. So in this case is kweli, si kweli. So there is another data type called tupu. So tupu is the equivalent of null. So let us, for example, if you are declaring a variable and you don't want to assign the value on that particular time, you can just assign it the tupu data type, meaning that it will be null. So for example, I can say fanya, let's say password is equals to tupu, like that. So tupu is a data type, so meaning null. So meaning you are not assigning any value to the variable over there. So those are the data types that you can use. So let us see some mathematical operations. So you can go ahead and do something like, you can say 2 multiplied by 2. You can see it returns you the result, so it's 4. You can say 4 plus 5, which is 9. You can say you can subtract, for example, 9 minus 7, it returns 2. You can do division, so 6 divided by, so you use the / divided by 2, you can see it returns 3. So and so let me clear the screen over here. So those we have seen the data types and mathematical operations. So let us go and see some other features that comes baked in the language. So let us see functions. So in this case, we won't be using this terminal over here. We'll create a file in VS Code, then over there we'll write some professional code. So we can write these functions over here. So let us create a project in Visual Studio Code. So just close the terminal. So one thing to watch is that if I open my CMD over here, then just try accessing the Nuru compiler. So Nuru, you can see you are getting Nuru is not recognized as an internal or external command. So let me show you how to configure this in your Windows machine. So just go on the start menu and type env. So you'll see this over here. Just click it. So edit the system environment variables, click it, then environment variables, click this over here, then go to path. So when you've opened this one over here, just locate where you extracted your Nuru compiler. So mine is over here. Just go over at the top here, at the top by the address bar, copy the address over here with the path, and just click on new, then paste the path over there, then okay, With that, you have registered the Nuru compiler to the on the global environment variable, meaning that it can be accessed anywhere in your computer. So let me close this and open it again to refresh. So cmd. So over here, if I type Nuru, you can see now it has detected the compiler itself. Now let us create a project in Visual Studio Code. So I will right click, then new folder. So sorry, it's not displaying because so it can come over where. Let us create something here. So right click, you can create any folder anywhere you wish. So let me say folder. I will say Nuru programming then just open Visual Studio Code and just drag and drop it over here. Yes, like that. So just click on yes. So over here, to create a Nuru or a file in Nuru, you can create it using two extensions, the NR or the SW extension. So let me go ahead over here, create new file. I can say main.nr like that, or you can use main.sw. Either way it works. So before going further, just visit on the extension tabs over here, so and search for the Nuru. So I had it, so let me check. So you can search for it. You can search for the Nuru VS Code extension. So let me connect to the internet. Let us check. Let us check. So yes, you can go to the extension tabs over here and just search for Nuru. So Nuru, you'll find the extension. So just let us install this one. It's this one, the Nuru programming language. So install if you don't have it. Yeah, that you have just installed it. So let us write some code. So we can go ahead and write some basic code over here. So I can say andika, then hello world. So let us open the terminal and compile it. So over here I can say Nuru, then main.nr. So you can see it has worked. So over here we'll be writing some programs over here. So let us see functions in Nuru. For example, if you want, let's take an example that you want to write a function that adds two numbers. So you start by naming the function. So I can say then the function is sum is equals to unda. So unda is the keyword that you use to create a function, followed by the brackets. This is where we'll be passing parameters. So I can say I want num1 and num2, then over here the curly braces. So I want to return the sum. So how can I return it? So there is a keyword called rudisha. Rudisha is a return in other languages. So rudisha, so I can say num1 plus num2 like that. So let us call the function. So this is the function definition. So let us call the function. So I will print the result on the standard output. So I can say andika andika sum, passing the arguments, so 4, let's say, and 5. So let us compile and see. So Nuru main.nr, so you can see it has done as expected. So this is how you declare functions. So you can use some comments. So functions, function definition. So this is the function definition. This is the function call. So this, I'm commenting my code. So function call, like that. So you can see this is how you define functions. So let us see some other features. So for example, arrays over here. So declaring arrays is quite easy, straightforward. So you just declare a variable called, say, fanya. Then I want to store a list of names, so I can say names is equals to square brackets. So then I can say Mwangi Mary, nope, Mary, let's say Jane. Yeah, so this is the list of names. So if you want to print it, you can use the andika function, andika names, like that. Then you can go ahead and compile it to see the results. So Nuru main.nr, so it has returned the following array. So you can go ahead and access individual elements in an array like other languages. So the Nuru programming language uses a system from index 0. So unlike other, there is some languages that where you start from index 1 for accessing the first element, but Nuru uses the 0 from the 0 index to the positive ones. Now if I want to access this value over here in the list, I just put square brackets over here and say 0. So it starts from 0, 1, 2. So I can print it, Nuru. So you can see it has returned Mwangi. So if I want the second element, just say names of 1. It returns it. So if I want the last element, so let me try -1. Let us see. So it returns null. So that's interesting. I didn't know that, but I've known it. So -1 in Python, it returns the element from the end over here, so name over here. So you get the concept. So this is the basic way to declare a list or arrays in Nuru. So let us see an overview of if statements. So if statements, so if is you can use the, let us look on the documentation. So there is the if statements. So comma is if, so you can use comma. So for example, let me declare a variable like age, fanya. Let me use some Kiswahili variable name. So umri is equals to, umri is age, is equals to 12. So I can check. So comma umri, so if age is less than or equal to 17, so like that, so comma like that. So let me put it in brackets. So comma umri is, so if age is less than or equal to 17, I want to print andika huyu ni mtoto. So now this is the if statement. So if age is less than 17, it will print this. So else statement, let us see the else statement. So civio is the else statement in the language. So I can say civio. So this is else, civio. We just print, no, we are not printing, you andika, sorry, andika huyu si mtoto, just like that. So let us test it by running it. So I can use this one. So Nuru, hu ni mtoto, because the age is less than 17. So if I put 23, so we expect the other statement to execute. So huyu si mtoto. So this is the basic if else statement. So you can use there is the else if statement. So multiple conditions that you can apply in the language. So this is how you do it. So I can go ahead and extend this function. Over here I can say kama umri, if age is that, au, so you can use au like that. Then I say umri, for example, is less than or equals to 30. Then you can andika something, you can print on the standard output. I can say something like huyu ni youth, yeah, something like that. So you can go ahead nesting au au au. You get the point now. Now this is the how you can define else if statement. So you use the au, and the cv is else. If all the statements or all the conditions fails over here, the cvo statement will be printed. Now those are conditionals, so let me get rid of them. Now let us check something else. So there will be, it's just an overview, just playing around with it. So there is the dictionaries. So dictionaries, they are called kamusi in Kiswahili. So I can go ahead over here and declare dictionary. So dictionaries are key value pairs, so whereby you can map something to a value. So let me show you. So for example, I want to, let me say fanya. So fanya, let's say person is equals to the curly braces. You type in the key, for example name. So you can see the keys are strings, so name, then full colon, the value. So for example, name is James, age is 23, like that. So this is what we are calling a dictionary. So you can just print it on the standard output. So andika person, like that. Then let me run it. You can see it has returned the following data structure. So if I want to access the name, I can use the square brackets followed by the key, so name, like that. Then compile it. So you can see it has returned James. If I wanted the age, I can just type age, like that. Then run it. You can see it has returned the age. So this is a dictionary in Nuru. So let us check another one, another thing that we have not covered. We have not seen about the switch statements. So switch, so we use the badili keyword, badili, then ikiwa. So let us see that. So for example, we'll write a program detecting voice. So let us see over here. So I will declare a variable. So fanya say voil semikue a, like that. So I can say badili the voil, so switch voil So let me enclose it with brackets, badili voil, then it does open the switch statement. So we can say ikiwa a, like that. So we can, if it's that, we can andika voil. You can go ahead and say ikiwa a. You can just say andika, it's a voil, a, e, o, ikiwa o. So like that, just print it. So andika, you can say voil again. So the ikiwa is the equivalent of case. So a, e, o, u, like that. So andika say voil. So let us try compiling it and see. So we have some errors, and we are told that tulitegemea kupata this. So as you can see, even the errors are written in Swahili. So let us check where we went wrong. So ikiwa 3. So yes, we missed these ones over here. So like that. So let me put this inside here. So you can see the errors are in Swahili, which is good. So let me put here. Let me correct this. I'm sorry I didn't read this part well, but we are learning. Yes, we are learning. Now let me put it over here. So let me run it again. So you can see it's a voil. If I say something like o, let me run it, it returns a voil. What if we have a case that the input that is given here doesn't match either of the cases over here? So tutafanya aje? So let us see if they have the default. So this is the kawaida. The kawaida statement is what is the equivalent of default in other languages. So kawaida, like that. So andika, so not a vowel. Can go ahead and run it again. So let me change this to, let's say, T. Let us see. So not a voil. So this is just a simple switch statement. So switch statements are just an alternative to if statements. So we have seen conditionals, variables, data types. What we haven't seen over here is the loops. Yeah, the loops over here. So we can use qua. There is the qua. The qua is the for loop. So let me delete this one and let us write a simple for loop. So let me check again. So you can iterate over a string. So let us just do as the example says. So Gina is equals to my name Cowboy. So akasema, you can say kwa, let's say J KTK Gina, like that. You can just andika, then you can say J. So let us see. So you can see it has printed the characters one by one. So these are for loops. So let me see if you have a list of names, so, or numbers. Let me use fanya numbers. So by now I know you're getting familiar with the syntax. So fanya, I can say 3, 6, like that. So kwa j katika ktk numbers, let us see if it prints. Yeah, as you can see, it has printed out these values over here. So this is a basic for loop. So let us see a while loop. So even you can iterate over a dictionary. So let us see. So let us declare a dictionary. So fanya person ama mtu. Yes, I can say name Semwangi, age, age, you can say something like 34. So let us use the core, which is 4, or let's say key, ktk. So katika, so ktk I think is katika for each. So katika the person object, so person dictionary, sorry. So you can andika or print the key. So let us see. So it has printed 34 and Mwangi. So think the key, it is the value. So you can say value. So you can print the value over here. So this prints the value. So if I want the key, I think I can do something like this key and run it again. So it's printing. So value. Okay, now there is the value and the key. So it prints the value. This is kind of confusing.
Stop it. Get some help.
So key. So you can say key value like that. So this will print the key, which will be name, and this one will print the value, which will be this one. So the values, yeah, like that. So no, the first thing that it will print is the value. So value, then if you want the key, you can pass it over here. So key. So I can say something like key over here. Then let me run it. So the key returns the values, yeah, but to get the concept. So v, so let us see. So key and v, yeah. So think this is the key. You can use k for key to access the key, and v for value. So if I say k and run it, so it will print the key. So it's the key, which is this one, and the value, which is that one. So sorry for the confusion. I was a bit confused over there. Forgive me. Now let us see a while loop. While loops. So while loops, you can use them using the wakati. So let me remove this. So let us iterate some numbers from 0 to 10. So I can say fanya I, so the classical I variable, so 0. Then I can say wakati. Wakati is while loop is the equivalent of while. So I can say I is less than or equal to 10. No, it's not 20, 10. Then open the curly braces like that. So and print in the standard output. So andika I. So like that, let us see. Now we have some errors, so let us see where the errors are coming from. So tulitegemea this one, so we haven't put the brackets over here, so you can see the errors are descriptive, so you can see. Then let us run it and see again. Now we'll end up in an infinite loop, because we are not incrementing this value, because 0 will always be less than 10. So after doing that, you can just increase I by saying I plus plus. Then let me write again, let me compile it and let us see. So you can see it has printed 0 to 10. So I think those are the main core concepts of Nuru as for now, but I know the developers are at work. They are working to add features to the language, and I promise you this language is a bang. It will be very great. It will be great, because at least now we as Africans, we can identify ourselves in the tech world. So I'm rooting for Nuru programming language, for it to go as far as C. So it has the capability to be as famous or used as the English-like programming languages that are popular now. So this language was developed by Avicenna. So this certain dev, I think, is based in Tanzania. So this is the GitHub repo for the language, so you can look at it and play along with it. So it is written in Go. So I hope the language will continue growing, and if you are knowledgeable, you can just contribute to the community. You can write packages for the languages, or just contribute in the community for the language to be big. So thank you for watching this video. I know that there was some confusions over there, but you get most of the concept. I've explained them well. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy or delighted to answer them. See you on another video.